The heart of winter has me always contemplating about making some changes. And with my birthday around the corner, it was time to make a big change.
Okay, so this is the before. The curls aren't as defined right now, but I think it'll be fine. But so it's about like, this is my waist, it's almost to my waist. But yeah, that's the before.
So, what's going on? Did you have fun doing yoga with me? You did? You had fun doing yoga with me? It up in front of me and I want to read to you what I wrote because I feel like this is going to open up whatever it is that wants to come through. So someone was asking something along the lines of like, can you use mindfulness when you have anxiety? And this was my response. Yes, get into the body is the way through the anxiety. When we are anxious, our nervous system is dysregulated and are in either fight, flight, or freeze response. For me, when I've allowed myself to be with the sensations and feelings present in my body and validated them, I am creating safety within my system. Mindfulness is often thought of as the mind, but when this intentional observation can be applied also to the body, we can learn to be with what's arising without judgment or attaching to a story. We become resilient in our feelings. A question you can ask yourself when you're allowing yourself to just feel the anxiety is, what do I need to give myself right now? What would support me in this moment? See what comes up and begin to give that. Oh, wow. So pretty.
Strawberry shortcake for the birthday.
Hello. It is a beautiful Sunday. It was my birthday on Friday, the 4th. And I'm on my walk. It's actually really nice out today. It's sunny. And it's warm when it's sunny here because of the high elevation. I had something on my mind. Oftentimes when I come on walks, I like contemplate things. You can hear that plane. It's really hard to hear me with that plane. I'll be back in a second. Okay, the plane's gone now, so I can talk. So I was thinking about something on my walk, as I usually do. This whole, projectors are here to wait for the invitation before they start to engage or give their advice. And I had this experience just yesterday, actually, where I found myself knowing exactly what was going on with the other person, because projectors are here to deeply see and understand the other person, and we're doing it even if we're not doing it. It's happening subconsciously. That's just how our energy is designed to engage and interact and be in the world. And I found myself just giving advice to somebody, and I couldn't help it because I noticed that this is what was going on within them, and I just shared it, and I didn't get the invitation to share. And after I ended the call, I was feeling really I overstepped my boundaries. I'd said too much. I felt unsettled by the way the conversation went. And so then I realized this wasn't this is that feeling of bitterness, because I hopped on and started giving this person advice or sharing my insights, and it wasn't asked for. And what I was actually feeling, because what I was actually doing was worried too much about how the other person was perceiving me, and that I may have overstepped myself. But what actually was happening was I was feeling the feeling of bitterness. I was feeling the feeling of not being recognized. And when you're not being recognized, you will feel it in your system. You will feel it in your body. And when you're giving advice or insight or guidance to somebody without that recognition first, it will feel bad for you. You will feel something doesn't feel right. Why do I feel so bad right now? And you might be second guessing yourself or doubting yourself, or you might even just go into stories of how you're too much or something, or too intense or too this. And I was noticing myself feeling really bad. And one of the things I had this awareness and shift around was that instead of making it about them and how my advice that I was giving was landing for them and how it was making them uncomfortable, looking at it from where I was and what I was experiencing, which is that I gave advice or insight and did my projector thing when the invitation wasn't asked for, and really becoming very clear and understanding what it feels like to step in, do my projector thing when the recognition is not there. And that was such a powerful way for me to know when I'm being recognized and when I'm not being recognized. And when I'm being recognized, giving my insight or my advice or my guidance feels very different. It feels more expansive. It feels received. And in this case, it wasn't being received, yet I was still forcing myself and forcing what I was feeling and thinking and noticing onto them, and it wasn't being received. And I just know how vital it is now for projectors to wait for the recognition before they just start sharing what they're noticing, what they're seeing, their guidance, because that recognition is the invitation. The recognition is the invitation. It's not so much waiting around for the invitation, but when you feel recognized by another, that in of itself is the invitation for you to go and do your projector thing. So that was a big shift, and that makes me realize that saves me a lot of trouble from feeling bitterness, because I'm no longer just giving my amazing insight and guidance just to everybody, because it's valuable. It's something to cherish, that quality of being able to deeply see and recognize another person. And not everybody wants that. And it's also honoring and valuing yourself enough to know that I don't want to give this to anybody when it's not recognized. And when it's not recognized, there's no invitation. When I'm being recognized for who I am, then there's an invitation for me to share my insight, share my guidance. And without that, I don't need to. And so I'm learning that the more I can just trust and know that my perspective, what I have to share because I deeply see and understand the other person, is of value. It is immensely precious and immensely helpful and supportive to somebody. I don't have to just go start freeloading it to everybody. I can really be diligent and aware of when there's a recognition, then they have recognized what I'm all about and they are welcoming me, and I can go do my thing then, and that will feel so much more different. And that will also help me see my own value, see my own gifts, see what I can do in a more clear way. And so my new mantra is, don't share when it's not asked for. Only share when it's asked for. And this is very specific to do with sharing guidance with other people. And this has nothing to do with you showing up on your Instagram or YouTube or self-expression or you doing your work. This is not, you don't have to wait for the invitation to do those things. The invitation is really about when your energy is interacting with another person's energy. In order for you to truly do that in a successful way, the signature of success, that person has to recognize you. When they recognize you, that's the invitation. So, just my little 2 cents of what I've been thinking about. I wanted to add that a question to maybe ask is, how do I know when I feel recognized? What makes me feel like I'm being recognized by the other? How do I know that I'm being recognized by the other? That can also help you understand what recognition feels like to you and what it means to you, specifically to you as a projector.
That was pretty cute.
Honey.
She followed me out there, and then she paused because you were calling her.
Honey, are we healing generational trauma? Honey, are we healing generational trauma? Hi, are we? That's the book we're sitting on. Hello. Hi. Arms, did we get a treat today? Did you get a treat? You didn't get one. I know you didn't. You look so beautiful. Look at your beautiful face. So it's the last few days. No, about a week before we actually move. So a week from today, we will officially say goodbye to Boulder and we'll be on our way. And to be honest, it's bittersweet. I didn't think I would feel like this because I've been so ready to move for over 2 years now. But when you've wished for something and wanted something, and then when it's actually happening, you're like, oh my God, it's actually happening now. It feels like that. So it hasn't really set in yet. And there's all these mixed emotions around, oh my gosh, it's happening, excitement, nervousness, because it is so unknown. Moving to an area of the country where you really have never been, don't know anyone, and kind of restarting your life all over again. feels exhilarating to walk into the unknown. And I really want to just capture the before where I am currently, so I can look at it when I'm actually on the other side, and just to like see where I was and what I was thinking and what I was feeling. And I'm just taking feels like final walks around this beautiful area that's near my home, and like kind of just energetically, emotionally, non-physically, in a non-verbal way, saying goodbye. The thing that I keep telling myself through this whole process of stepping into the unknown and like making this huge life change, and it's like literally feels like ending a chapter or closing a chapter even, is like just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, be very present for it all, because I'm someone who really thrives on freshness and new energy, and every day having a different flavor, a different tone, something fresh to it. In my life for the past, I would say the past couple months, even the past year, has felt very stagnant and very just routine, monotonous, and predictable. And I don't think humans are designed to live like that. Staying too much in safety and comfort. And so I'm really looking forward to all the freshness and all this new energy that's unfolding, because every day starting next week is going to be a different day for a while, until we get some like solid ground beneath our feet and kind of create a new home for ourselves, and a new lifestyle and a new way of living and being. So I'm just really excited to bring all that fresh energy into my life. And I was looking at my astrocartography, which is taking your birth time, location of birth. It's kind of like your astrology chart, but it like helps you understand where in the world is very optimal for you to live, and what areas of the country have what planets going through for you. And this area of the country has multiple planets of mine going through it: Saturn, Chiron, Moon, Neptune, North Node. So that's gonna be a lot. I feel like that's gonna unfold and happen. And I had an intuitive tarot card reading on my birthday just a few months ago, and this is a big year of change and growth for me. So I'm really, looking forward to all that's gonna happen, all that's gonna unfold, and documenting it, hopefully, because I tend to get in my head about documenting my life, and I enjoy it, but how enjoyable is it for someone else to watch this? But I have to keep reminding myself that some things you just do for yourself, because you enjoy them, because you like them, because they bring you a sense of joy and happiness. And documenting things in this video format is something I just do for myself. Yeah. So cute.
I think I have something for you. Oh, see, you just need some scratches.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yes.
Final goodbye of Harold. Look how long he's gotten. Unfortunately, he's not coming with. But I've had such a joy in watching him grow. I'm going to miss this view, but I'm excited for the ocean, for the ocean view.